In MobLand Episode 7, Richie Stevenson had every chance to call Maeve Harrigan a rat and a traitor, but in a shocking turn of events, he chose not to inform Conrad of her activities. Richie dealt the Harrigans a serious blow in retaliation for the killings of his wife and children in the conclusion of Episode 7 of Paramount Plus's gory crime drama. Richie is able to obtain two Harrigan children with the aid of some strategically positioned business acquaintances, giving him the chance to carry out gory retribution. In order to pay blood for blood, Richie has a proxy deliver a chainsaw to Brendan, Conrad, and Maeve's eldest son as the Harrigan family watches live. Before Janet McTeer's enigmatic new character, Kat McAllister, thwarts his ambitions with a simple phone call, he plots to murder Serafina Harrigan in a similar fashion. But given that Maeve gave Richie the exact location of Brendan and Serafina, it seems odd that he wouldn't tell Conrad while the Harrigans bear the consequences of her betrayal. Richie not telling Conrad about Maeve is initially confusing. It seemed puzzling at first that Richie wouldn't expose Maeve during the live feed just before Brendan and Serafina are slain. It would seem that the best approach to cause internal conflict in the Harrigan household would be to reveal Maeve as a traitor to her husband and the entire Harrigan family just before he exacts his revenge with her assistance. Given the matriarch's dual agent behavior, there is a very real chance that the family may turn against one another, causing unimaginable chaos and strife. Richie is aware that Conrad, like the rest of London, is unstable in the first place. Therefore, this is particularly true with him. Maeve's betrayal of him appears to be the final nail in Conrad's coffin of common sense and truth. With Conrad and Kevin on the line, it would seem like the correct thing to do to not only expose Maeve while he still has the opportunity, but to do so right away and then give a graphic illustration of the repercussions of her behavior. Richie not telling Conrad could be smart in the long run. Given that Maeve has essentially supported Richie's cause at every turn, he might be better off in the long term by keeping her a secret. Maeve probably made the anonymous call to the police regarding Archie's body, which she blamed Harry for, again to cover her own tracks. And it now seems very obvious that she forced Conrad to kill Archie hide her own identity. The icing on the cake was when Maeve gave Richie the address of Conrad's daughter and her kid. Thus far, Maeve has only contributed to Conrad's instability and exposed weaknesses in the Harrigan criminal empire. Now that she is so utterly insane and stupid, Richie would be better off keeping her cover and letting her continue to make terrible choices. Even though it seems impossible that he could still be thus unaware of her betrayal at this stage, Conrad still has some faith in her. Zrania Richie would be better off allowing Maeve and Conrad to continue serving as loose cannons for his personal gain. Conrad has to learn the truth about Maeve. Eventually, Conrad will quickly learn of Maeve's treachery regardless of whether he confronts her about it or she confesses in some other way. Eddie, who is also aware of her machinations, might also be a weak link, and Richie could blow her in at any time. It might be a scene saved for the first season finale of MobLand, but regardless of how it plays out, Conrad and Maeve Harrigan are bound to have a heated argument, and neither of them is guaranteed to survive.